Hello, I'm Denise Shepherds of TreasurePortal.com. I was asked by Connecting Consciousness of Oregon to make a presentation. This is the first of many that will be featured throughout the year in Connecting Consciousness of Oregon's Discovery Salon. This Discovery Salon today will show my discoveries on how to use our body as a tool, focusing on using body dowsing to unlock a door to the unknown. We will focus on muscle testing, kinesiology, and body dowsing, which are all related. There are many viewpoints on these subjects. This is where my investigation has led me so far in my journey. Dowsing is a form of divination, which are related to vast subjects whose language and vernacular try to describe intangible, quantum, spirit-to-body dimensions and relations. This is just one doorway to enter and just one viewpoint. It's a journey, so let's begin. We will investigate unlocking the door to the unknown and intuition on demand using dowsing, particularly kinesiology, muscle testing, and body dowsing. A major goal is to access the unknown and intuition on demand. Thoughts that I came up with and questions that I also came up with are: you're more than you think. How do you access knowledge you do not already know? How does intuition work and communicate? What is the key to learning to trust your instincts and your intuition? What tools can assist us in accessing this knowledge and help us decipher its language, symbols, and codes? Note that intuition and instinct are right brain activities and communicate subtly with symbols and archetypes. Let's explore something that I discovered. You know more than you think. How do we think? What is consciousness? What is thought? Thoughts are created by complex interactions of billions of the body's and brain's neurons who receive sensory data input. The cerebral brain is the processor and produces thought patterns. Your sensory input of data is received from all over your physical and energetic bodies. Our neural and energetic networks consist of many systems that communicate to each other. There is intelligence, consciousness in every cell. This intelligence has created the entire body complex systems from our beginning. We can access this innate intelligence. The intelligence that was in each of our cells since conception, or maybe even before, has never left us, and is even now fighting invasion, doing repair work, and transforming. This intelligence started with a few cells to grow us into what we are today. Its programs of design and interrelated networking is beyond amazing in building a complex structure of our bodies. This body, its design, is capable of magnificent things, some we may not even be aware of. Just one of its networks are our neural network system, which consists of our central nervous system, the command center, the peripheral nervous system, which branches into the somatic system, the automatic system, and the parasympathetic system. As you can see, there are systems inside of systems inside of systems. This is just a part of our vast complexity. Remember, all of these networks started out as just a small group of cells that got together to create us. Our brain is considered the command center, the processor, right brain and left brain. They network to many systems and there are many bridges. Note, these bridges are very important. The communication between the right and the left side of the brain and to other systems is vital to our growth and health. Other system parts are the pineal gland, pituitary gland, hypothalamus, and more. Left brain expression, considered academic, is detail-oriented, logical, rational, analytical, uses logic, words and language, forms strategies, order pattern perception, practical planned, cautious. Right brain expression is considered creative, is big picture oriented, intuitive, philosophy and spiritualism, synthesizing, uses feeling, imagination rules, symbols and images, fantasy-based, presents possibilities, spatial perception, carefree risk-taking. Note that intuition and instinct are right brain activities and communicate subtly with symbols and archetypes. They may be right brain activity, but we still need to communicate those symbols, archetypes, and feelings into language and words, which is left brain activity. So interaction between both is important. We need them to work together and exercise them as a team. We interface with the all, our body, mind, soul, spirit, universe. Our body is our greatest tool. Our physical body nervous system is just one system. It consists of the central nervous system, is the integration and command center of the body. Peripheral nervous system conveys the information between the central nervous system and the rest of the body. Under the peripheral nervous system is the somatic nervous system. Sensory and voluntary motor information flows between the central nervous system and the periphery. The autonomic nervous system, involuntary motor control of organs and body functions. Under that is the sympathetic nervous system, the parasympathetic nervous system, and the etheric nervous system. The physical body has a communication bridge to the spiritual soul body. Mind, body, spirit are a team. Both sides of the brain, right and left, can process the sensory, nervous, and all system data. Our body's data input system interfaces with the universe, soul, spirit, and etheric systems. Sometimes we over-identify ourselves with our intellectual faculties, and we disregard more subtle sensitivities that we possess. So, how do we access knowledge we do not already know? The chakra system symbolizes the interface between the physical body and the energies of all, the universe, soul, spirit, etheric systems. The origin of the chakra system dates back approximately 2,700 years. It was the Yoga Upanishads in 700 to 500 BCE who first mentioned the word chakra. But the Tantras, traditions of Hinduism and Buddhism, first mapped it out in detail, which flourished from 600 to 1300 CE and is still alive and practiced today. Intuition and instinct unlock the information of this complex data and knowledge system. But intuition and instinct seem to occur randomly or with luck. Is there a way to access them on demand when we need them? How does intuition and instinct communicate to us? We can use our body along with other tools to access the data and information when we need them. There are tools, divination tools, that primarily use the right side of the brain to gain data access. Then we can use the left side of the brain to analyze and decipher the language and its message. Divination methods to access unknown knowledge. There are many divination methods that can assist you in accessing unknown knowledge. Most are thousands to hundreds of years old. Dowsing was used in ancient Egypt and appears in the Bible. Some divination forms, astrology, bibliomancy, receives answers in book, cartomancy, card reading, claromancy, throwing the bones, runes and staves, fortune-telling, can use other forms of divinations to assist, I Ching, 64 archetypes, hexagrams interpreted with a coin toss, uses the Book of Changes, lithomancy, crystal and stones, numerology, spiritual significance of numbers, scrying, envision using crystal ball, fire, black mirror or water, tasseography, tea leaf reading, tarot cards, oracle cards, and dowsing. Divination has existed since the beginning of man. Common folk practiced many forms. Villages often had a wise woman or man who were consulted. Later, priestcraft developed and banned divination from the common folk to keep it just for themselves. Persecution then began of the common folk, making divination only appropriate for the priestcraft or ruling sects. The persecution was pervasive, but did not eradicate divination from the common folk. They just hid their practices. The image in the doorway is from the book The Divining Hand, 500-Year Mystery of Dowsing by Christopher Bird. Unknown knowledge can be defined in two categories: something that exists in the now, but you do not have access to, and future prediction, which has multiple probabilities. Dowsing defined. The academic dowsing definition is that it is a form of divining that allows one to obtain information in a manner beyond the scope and power of the standard human physical senses, done with the aid of a handheld instrument. But note, it is missing how it accesses the information and where the information comes from. My explanation is the unknown information is part of the all of creation, our universe, and we are not separate from it. There is an intelligence that instructed each and every cell in our bodies to organize, grow, and communicate that has been with us since our beginning. We can access and interrelate to that network of intelligence, consciousness. Our current education system identifies our body's neurological network of communication, but stops short and does not inform us of how our body's network integrates and is also part of a larger universe of creation network. This includes everything: Earth, planets, suns, animals, plants, energetic entities, angels, elements, and non-organic substances. The list is infinite. Dowsing instruments. Dowsing and divining has been used for thousands of years successfully. Most people using divination methods have been called psychics or seers. It is no longer a mystery. The axis is really integrated right brain activity. Since we all have both sides of the brain, we can develop the neurological pathways to light up and access the universal information and achieve proficiency with practice, which builds the communication pathways and makes them stronger. Some dowsing instruments are the pendulum, the L rod or the Y rod, and today's focus, specifically because we're going to be using the body as an instrument, is muscle testing, kinesiology, and body dowsing. Muscle testing or kinesiology. Information is taken from the Kinesiology College. Kinesiology muscle testing is a scientific study of the human body's neuromuscular biofeedback communication that gives information from the body. Standard kinesiology practice usually needs two people to perform, a practitioner and the subject. The body naturally supplies information that is beneficial to the overall well-being of the individual. This intelligence or awareness is tapped into and is called the body's innate awareness, an all-knowing intelligence that works from the responses of our muscles. The wisdom we need to traverse life is always with us and accessible. The College of Kinesiology uses this tool and modality to gain access to information from the body through muscle monitoring to uncover causes of stress or health. Facts about kinesiology. Kinesiology can detect imbalances in the body's system in 4 key areas: chemical nutrition, hormones, pH, health; structural, bones, muscles, tissues; emotional, fears, phobias, trauma, stress; electrical, hydration, energy levels, and energetic fields. Note, kinesiology tape is used in physical therapy. How to do basic muscle test? A question is asked, and then the practitioner places their left hand on top of the patient's right shoulder and doesn't push. These are the muscles being tested. Then they increase pressure on the patient's left arm near the wrist. If it is easy to force down, that is a negative response. If it is hard to force down, that is a positive response. What is body dowsing? Is body dowsing the same as muscle testing? What is the difference? Muscle testing is kinesiology and is 3D. It is an academic recognized health testing modality that uses the body's muscles and their response to give you information about your body's system. It is used by some physical therapists. Body dowsing is 5D and gives you information that goes beyond kinesiology and its defined intent. It does not require two people, a practitioner and a subject. Body dowsing interfaces with subtle energy networks of body, mind, spirit that communicate with each other. We can consciously access these network communications and learn their language. Using our body as a tool can make the understanding of these network communication meanings easier. There is a lot of information available that explores subtle energies and how they work and are expressed. One great source that features some well-known authors is a publication, an international e-magazine, Science to Sage. The edition Subtle Energies from November 2020 edition covers many interesting aspects of subtle energy. "5D body dowsing allows access to the entire subtle energy networks of body, mind, spirit. Intuition and instincts are part of the network of communication with the all. Our intuitive sense expresses itself as body movements. Our body is an instrument. Pay attention to its spontaneous movement. Every part of us is vitally alive and full of intelligence that constantly takes in data and interfaces with the all. With body dowsing, we ask a clearly defined question and pay attention to our body's response. We focus on the body's responses, not just the mind, because we want right brain activity, which will bypass the social conditioned left brain. How to do 5D body dowsing. 5D body dowsing allows access to the entire subtle energy networks of body, mind, and spirit. The instruction is to stand relaxed and straight, a neutral position, with your arms at your side. Ground to the earth's energy and feel it flowing up into your heart. Reach up and connect to your higher self, guides, and creator, and feel it flowing into your heart. With a full heart of all these energies of love, begin to douse. The structure of the heart is most important. This can be another salon, so be sure that this is a step you don't skip. Ask your body to please show me a yes response. Pay attention, the response may be subtle. Next, ask your body to please show me a no response. Usually a yes is leaning towards or forward. A no is usually leaning back or away. When you know how your body communicates a yes and a no, you can then ask a clear and precise yes or no type of question. That's just for starters. Your question is not restricted to just about your body. It is easier to find results for other people or for situations where you're not personally involved. Dowsing for yourself to answer big questions can be tricky due to personal emotional entanglement or bias for a possible desired outcome. Staying emotionally neutral and detached will have the best outcome. Your network paths need to be lit up and used. They will be strengthened with right brain exercise. Your body's responses will get stronger and more pronounced with practice. Featured is the book, The Human Antenna, Reading the Language of the Universe by the Songs of Our Cells by Dr. Robin Kelly. It explores the connection between body, mind, and spirit. Our body is an open system, and there is a continuation from the inside to the outside and all connectiveness. 5D body dowsing tips and suggestions. Improve the communication networking between left and right sides of the brain by exercising these muscles. This is not muscle testing, but muscle working. Start by quieting the left side of the brain and work the right side more effectively with these suggested actions. Draw, coloring, painting, art, automatic writing, sing, play a musical instrument, puzzles, cooking, gardening, yoga, dancing, breathwork, or chew your food slowly. That's just a few. Emotion, visual, and spatial relationships are right side of the brain functions. But while each hemisphere specializes in different jobs, almost every action and activity involves both sides of your brain. Relax, relax, relax. Stop thinking so much. To quiet the multitasking mind, when you ask your questions, speak them out loud and repeat them over and over until you get a response. This will help focus your mind and intent into one thing and reduce mind chatter and self-defeating thoughts. Do this while you douse. Watch what you ask for. Craft your question into a yes or no answer format. No compound questions. You can get more complicated later. You want to know and have access to what already exists and do not already have knowledge of. This is different from future prediction. Future prediction is tricky since it is being continually created and adjusted, so there are multiple possibilities. So stick with yes and no questions and save the fancier questions for other forms of divination that can give you a more complex response like tarot, I Ching, etc. There's a dowsing protocol. These questions are a standard practice among dowsers for ethics and appropriateness, especially regarding others. May I ask this question? Can I ask this question? Should I ask this question?
"5D body dowsing questions. Watch what you ask for. Craft your question into a yes or no answer format. Be specific and clear. Choose your words wisely. The universe is very literal. No compound questions, which is one sentence that has multiple questions. You can also ask your body to show a stronger response. Sometimes no response is the answer if one is not available now or the question is unclear. Sometimes the universe just does not want to answer and will do so only for the best and highest good. Do not think of the answer you prefer. Be neutral and be focused. Repeat the question until you receive an answer. These are just some of the questions that can be asked. To start, I usually ask a question that I already know an answer to test the body dowsing accuracy. Another question is this specific item beneficial to my body, to my spirit? Is this person giving a truthful answer to the best of their knowledge? Will purchasing this item now be of optimal benefit to me? Should I change my career, or work, or employer? Am I ready to start a new love interest, a new relationship? Does my plant need watering? Is this A car mechanic more reliable, affordable, and honest than B? Will this device work as intended, as promised? Be rested, grounded, relaxed, open-minded. If you are filled with negative thoughts, your answer can come from your ego. The book Ask the Right Question, The Essential Sourcebook of Good Dowsing Questions by author Maggie and Nigel Percy is a good book of dowsing questions. Most of these questions focus on using the pendulum and rods. Some call the ether spirit. The ether is the ever-present field that connects all things. Everything is connected. Every inch of the ether consists of infinite amount of free energy. Soul speak, the language of your body. It is the key. I grow silent, dear soul. You speak. Increase your light quotient. Be aware of your body's subtle sensations or motions. Leaning forward, leaning backwards, skin tingling, chills, sneezing, itching of the hand or back of the neck. Muscles tense up like your stomach, your back, your face, or your chest. You have a queasy stomach, fluttering stomach, muscle ease, or dropping something. Be aware of subtle feelings, excitement, apprehension, stalling doing something. Body tells can be very specific to a person. You need to learn what yours are by paying attention. An example is that mine is tripping. I am to stop and pay attention to something coming in the near future, and it's usually not positive. Some more examples of mine are the gut instinct, my stomach tightens, or I have a funny feeling this is not right, and only find out later what it can possibly be. You scan a restaurant to find the best seat. You are sensing the environment and picking the seat that is to the best advantage. I used to do this on public transportation and in stores. Growing up in the city really made paying attention to details in my surroundings second nature. It was a survival skill. You seem to have radar and start looking around for why your senses just got heightened. Something good, an unexpected person you know, or something warning, a person or an object. You can sometimes feel someone behind you or someone looking at you. You change directions for no apparent reason, later to find out it was for a good reason. You suddenly think of someone to call, then find out they were thinking of you or they needed you. Benefits of 5D body dowsing. You can get information of things you did not already know, things hidden or far away. Get confirmation on your instincts and intuition. Get confirmation on a choice or which is better for you. There are activities that unlock aspects of the right side of your brain for more knowing. Your body is a key to accessing the universe's vast network by activating and strengthening the pathways to the universe's networks. Your body is a tool. No accessories are needed with body dowsing. The ether is the ever-present field that connects all things, and you utilize this connective field by dowsing or divination. It increases your light quotient, your body's chi, enhances your light body by use. You are the key to the knowledge of the universe by activating and strengthening the pathways to the universe's networks. The ether is the ever-present field that connects all things. The pineal gland is at the center of your brain and is an integral part and key to the universe's knowledge access. Be aware of your body's subtle sensations. Use dowsing and divination to exercise the right side of your brain and help access the universe's vast network. Increase your light quotient. So where does this all lead? What's next? Well, an increase in development of your psychic abilities, clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience, claircognizance, third eye activation. The pineal gland is considered the lost key and the seat of the soul. It's located at the center of your brain. Telepathy, past life remembrances, Akashic records access, lucid dreaming, astral travel, and more. You are here now, in a body, so explore its full potential.